Goldfish always said the city had two faces. One smiled in daylight, selling hot food from corner windows and blasting music from passing cars. The other waited until midnight, when traffic thinned, streetlights flickered, and old buildings looked like they remembered your name. Malik laughed every time. "Buildings don't remember nobody," he'd say. "They barely remember to stay standing." But that night, parked outside the boarded-up Blue Eclipse Jazz Club, Malik wasn't laughing. The club sat between a closed pawn shop and an empty laundromat. Its sign hung crooked, blue paint scraped to rust. A trumpet-shaped neon light buzzed above the door, though everyone swore the place had been shut down for 20 years. Goldfish sat in the passenger seat, tall and skinny, fingers tapping nervous rhythms. Malik sat behind the wheel, broad-shouldered, sharp-eyed, pretending not to watch the entrance. On the dashboard lay a little purple packet with a flower stamped on it, Purple Blossom. Neither knew where it came from. A stranger at the gas station had slipped it to Malik like a magic trick, saying only, "For people who think they've seen everything, they should have thrown it away." Instead, curiosity climbed in with them. The first inhale tasted wrong. Not sweet, not bitter. More like old velvet, rainwater, and pennies. Goldfish coughed until his eyes watered. Malik waved smoke away. "That is not normal." "Nothing outside this club is normal," Goldfish said. Then the radio turned itself on. Not a station, not Bluetooth, not static. A trumpet note slid through the speakers, slow and greasy, like it crawled up from under the street. The windshield fogged from the outside. The crooked sign brightened, one letter at a time. Blue Eclipse. Malik reached for the ignition. The key was gone. Goldfish looked down. So was the dashboard. So were the seats. So was the car. They were falling. Not fast, not slow. Falling like dust in a spotlight. The city stretched above them, the car shrinking into a toy, and beneath them opened a mouth of brass instruments, red curtains, cigarette-colored fog, and a staircase curling forever. Malik grabbed Goldfish's jacket. "Tell me we still in the car." Goldfish watched a saxophone float past with human teeth around its bell. "We are extremely not in the car." They landed standing up. A bass note hit the floor and bounced through their knees. They were inside the Blue Eclipse, except it was no longer abandoned. It was enormous, impossible. The ceiling vanished into darkness. The walls sweated dark green paint. Crooked tables held strange people with long necks, oversized smiles, tiny hats, and eyes that blinked sideways. On stage, a band played like they were trying to wake the dead tastefully. The drummer's arms were too long. The pianist's fingers bent backward and forward at once. A woman in a deep red dress sang without opening her mouth, her voice coming from the ceiling fan. Every note had a smell, every shadow had a pulse. Goldfish whispered, "Malik." Shh. Malik whispered back, "Do not say my name in here. I feel like this place charges interest." A waiter slid up, thin as a coat rack, skin like cracked clay, smile wider than his tray. "Table for two?" "No," Malik said. "Exit for two." The waiter's neck stretched 3 inches. All exits are currently performing. Goldfish pointed toward the stairs. "We came from up there." The stairs were gone. In their place hung a velvet curtain with a handwritten sign. No refunds, no rescues, no requests. The waiter set 2 glasses on a table. The purple liquid glowed. "Compliments of the blossom," he said. Goldfish pushed them away. "We are not drinking anything that compliments itself." Malik patted his pockets. "My phone." "Where's my phone?" Goldfish checked too. Wallet, lint, a chicken spot receipt. No phone. A voice behind them said, "Phones don't ring down here. They confess." At the next table sat an old man in a yellow suit, head shaped like a trumpet mute, beard braided with matchsticks. He stirred coffee with a tiny silver key. Malik stepped closer. "Sir, we need to get out." The old man nodded like he understood everything and cared about none of it. Everybody needs something. That's how the basement stays fed. Goldfish leaned to Malik. "We need a door before this man starts speaking in album titles." They moved through the club, past dancers whose feet never touched the floor, a woman selling umbrellas that rained upward, and a child-sized tuba whispering jokes to itself. The music followed them. When they walked fast, the tempo sped up. When they stopped, the drums stopped too. Then Malik saw a restroom sign glowing at the end of a narrow hallway. Bathroom got windows sometimes, he said. Underground bathroom windows? Goldfish asked. I'm being optimistic under pressure. They pushed inside. The restroom was a marketplace. Just sinks, mirrors, and one man by the hand dryer, selling impossible things from inside his coat. He had a tiny face, a huge forehead, and arms nearly to his shoes. Gentlemen, he said, lost something? Found something? Need something that hasn't been invented yet? Malik said, you got a phone? I have one that calls your future self, one that receives only apologies, and one that screams when liars touch it. We need a regular phone. Terrible item. No imagination. Goldfish pointed at the mirrors. Each reflected a different version of them. In one, they were old. In another, children. In a third, they were still in the car, frozen, eyes open, smoke twisting around their heads. Malik, Goldfish said, we might still be outside. Malik saw himself behind the wheel, unmoving and swallowed. The salesman leaned in. That reflection is popular, but truth costs extra. We don't have money. Fear spends just fine. The lights flickered. From the hallway came dragging, clicking, shuffling footsteps. The club had noticed them trying to leave. Malik grabbed Goldfish's sleeve. We're done bargaining with bathroom goblins. They ran. The hallway stretched longer with every step. Doors opened onto pieces of the city. A bus stop floating in black water. A barbershop full of mannequins, whispering Malik's childhood nickname. And a kitchen where Goldfish's grandmother stirred a pot and said, without turning, you boys always touch what you don't understand. Goldfish almost stopped. Malik pulled him forward. That ain't her. Keep moving. They burst back into the club. The music slammed into them. Everyone turned. Every strange face, sideways eye, stretched smile. The singer in red lifted one long finger and pointed. The band began playing their names. Goldfish heard himself in the saxophone, slippery and panicked. Malik heard himself in the bass, stubborn and heavy, trying not to shake. The waiter appeared by the stage. Leaving before the final number, Malik shoved a chair under a doorknob that had not been there a second earlier. We leaving before the first lawsuit. Then Goldfish saw the purple packet on a table near the stage. Purple Blossom. The same packet from the car. It sat there like a dare. No, Goldfish said. Absolutely not, Malik said. The lights dimmed. The walls leaned inward. The ceiling dropped low enough for trumpet-shaped heads to scrape it. The room smelled like hot metal and wet carpet.